figure out something here. Alright. Try nothing here.
Oh, okay.
You guys, I'm gonna call you here, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool.
Yes, sir.
I think the people on TikTok should be able to see my hello people on TikTok. TikTok moving kind of stupid, but it is what it is. We will figure it out. Right? If all you want to see the live stream, go on YouTube. YouTube a little nicer, right? A lot nicer than TikTok apparently. Hello, what should you wait there? Should I like put the iPad as the background, or like what do you think I should do?
What's the other options? What's the other option?
Let me show you the options, right? Give me a second.
Okay.
Right, so there's this option.
Wait, what's your? I'm not seeing it. I'm just seeing the worksheet.
Oh, never mind. I just saw the contents only one then.
Oh, okay.
Alright. So yeah guys, this is the project I've been working on. I'm currently making a math workbook based heavily on the syllabus, where each objective is highlighted. Alright, so it's currently a work in progress. I reached module 3. As soon as I'm done, I will of course distribute it to my students, which is you guys. Right? So the main thing I want to focus on today, I really want to look at the new math syllabus. Okay, before I start, how much of you all knew or know that the syllabus changed? How much of you know that? How much of you guys know that?
Me, sir.
Okay, well, I see Carla, Raysian, I see Virginia. Aaron, you know you had to write that exam. Hey, Aaron. Aaron.
For real?
Yeah, I been for real. Yeah, I'm sure you don't get he one. You don't know nothing to worry about.
I don't know about that, sir.
Yeah, you relax yourself, eh, Aaron? Son,
Nah,
you get
I
one.
ain't got one. Enough. I ain't got one, sir. I'll be in for real.
I feel like you got that one.
Nah. Yeah. That's too ugly is.
No. That's not even enough, Glaze. Well, okay, I'll show you how to get that one for physics at least.
Of course.
Okay, good.
That physics was on lockdown.
Physics was too easy. Way too easy.
Hello.
Hey, look Romano boy. Look Romano reach.
Hey.
Romano, where's the plan?
Oh, my hair is ridiculous, wow. Yeah, I did.
Nice. So, let me just show you all a preview of the new syllabus, right? So these are the modules now. So they're breaking up the paper into 3 modules. Module 1, Module 2, and Module 3. Right, so that is Module 1. I'll take a look at it. Number theory and computation, consumer arithmetic, sets, measurement, introduction to graphs, algebra 1, easy thing. And that easy thing on it? Easy thing, right? Light work?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, light work. Right? Then we have Module 2. Relations, functions, and graphs. Oh, you see this? I really love this. Yeah, you can't hate relations, functions, and graphs. Aaron, you write exams, and anytime you see a functions question, is light work.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, geometry and trigonometry. Don't worry, they didn't remove circle theorems. After we see how they move the 2026 paper. Statistics 1, algebra 2, vectors and matrices 1. So what I noticed is that they're actually breaking up some topics into different sections. So if you notice, Virginia, algebra 1 is tested in module 1. However, algebra 2 continues in module 2. So this is a bit weird. You know how before there were question 1 would be this specific thing, question 2 would be this specific topic. But in this round, you might actually see an algebra 1 question in more than one place. You might see a geometry and trigonometry question in more than one place. Same thing for vectors and matrices. So it's going to be a bit different. And then in module 3, we have relations, functions, and graphs 2, geometry and trigonometry 2, statistics 2, vectors and matrices 2. And did you all know you could write these exams at different points in times? And when let me just say, write the module 1 exam, that's going to count as a micro credential. So if you want, and you want to do module 1 by itself, you can do that. I'm not sure how your school's gonna handle that though. So maybe you might have to talk to your teachers about it. So let me just say write module 1 in June. If you want, you can write module 2 in January, module 3 June that same year. And granted you do good in all the modules, you'll get a grade 1. Yeah.
I think my math teacher mentioned this.
Well, that's good that she mentioned that. That's good. She had gatekeeping. Alright, cool. So are you ready to start the paper?
Yes, sir, I'm ready.
Yes, sir.
Alright, vibes. W's in the chat. So Aidan, you remember when we was doing past papers and thing, we ignore sets in a sense, like we didn't really focus on sets.
Yeah.
Well, wait for no, sets coming now. You can't avoid that. Yeah.
Yay.
Watch. You can't avoid it. It's sets coming big and bold. So yeah, these new kids will have to learn sets. They don't really have a choice. Alright. Let me start off. Everybody had a Casio with them, right?
Yes, sir.
Alright, cool. Glad to hear all you have all your Casio. Bunda Sharp. What you doing with that Sharp? Alright. Cool. So, Virginia, read the first question for me.
Determine the value of the following, giving your answer in standard form.
Okay, they want the answer in standard form. Do you know what standard form is?
Isn't it when you multiply something by 10 to the power of something else?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Alright.
So the first thing you're gonna do, you're gonna put this into your calculator. So we're gonna press the fraction button. Sharp people wouldn't know about this. You know. Alright, get Casio. And I'm gonna put 3.29 close bracket squared minus 5.5. Then in the denominator, I'm gonna press the square root button. I'm gonna put 1.5 multiplied by 0.06. If you do everything correctly, you should get 17.747.
Yes, sir.
If you have anybody else here that doing it with me, you let me know if you got 17.747. Let me know. Neela, you get through? Neela, let me know if you get through.
Oh, yes, sir.
Alright, now here what? Let me just say you did not have a Casio. Let me show you how you would have to plug this in if you had a Sharp. So if you have a Sharp...
I only have a computer calculator right now. Can't work.
Oh, I see. Well, at home, do you have a Casio or a Sharp?
So I have none.
None. You had a calculator. So if you have a Sharp, you need to put brackets here, and you'll need to put brackets here to separate the numerator and the denominator. So in the calculator, this is what you would do. You open a bracket for the numerator, then you open up another bracket for the 3.29 squared. So 3.29 close bracket squared. Then you're going to put minus 5.5 and you're going to close the bracket. So Virginia, you see how we have two brackets on the left and the right side?
Yes, sir.
Right. Them brackets there is to indicate that that whole term there is a numerator. Then we're going to press divide. And of course we need to put brackets to separate the denominator. So I'm going to press open bracket, square root 1.5 multiply by 0.06. I'm going to come out the square root sign. So I press the right arrow and I'm going to close my bracket. See, I got the same answer, 17.747. So that's the answer.
So if you didn't put the brackets, you'd just mess up the entire thing.
You would mess up the entire thing.
So which one is the better calculator to buy? The Casio or the Sharp?
Oh yeah, tell she the answer. Tell she please. What's the best one?
As
What's
a
the best
fellow
one?
Sharp user, I would say the better bet is the Casio. Hi
Hey,
guys,
look really sure,
So you
Yeah.
miss me? I know you did because I was young.
The best bet is the Casio. Get the Casio. Let me ask you a question, right? Or you think that's in standard form?
No, sir.
Nah. Neela, you know how to convert that to standard form or nah?
Yes, sir.
Talk to me. How am I going to convert this to standard form or scientific notation?
Yeah.
What would I do? What would I do?
Honestly, I can't remember right now.
Alright, so if something is in standard form, you're going to take the decimal place and put it right before the first significant number. So is this decimal place before the first significant number right now?
No, sir.
Nah, it is not. So we have to shift it to the left or to the right?
Left.
Yeah, the left. Because 1 is the first significant number. So if I do that, I'm now going to end up with 1.747, and I would multiply that by 10 to what power?
1.
Yeah, 10 to the power 1. Is everybody alright with that question? Let me
Yes,
know.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Cool. I want to have Eden one boy. Yeah, Eden and then bust out. Alright. Let's keep the ball moving. Diagram below shows rates of exchange at a cambio. What is a cambio? What's that? Cambio. I think they mean to say casino. But that is way. Cambio. Yeah, I first on my head now, wouldn't know.
Me too.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Right, so $1 is going to be equal to TT $6.45. I don't know what BBD means. Barbados dollars? I don't know. 1 is equal to $3 TT. Using the table, calculate the BBD equivalent of US $1. Alright, so Neela, help me with this one. Neela, will you help me with this one? Help me with this one.
You're multiplying or divided? Divided, sir.
Wait, you had to tell me the working. So, like, what should I do first? What should I do first?
You have to find for BBD equivalent to 1 USD, US dollar.
Right? So, what should I start off with? What's the information?
US is $1, which is $6.45 in TT.
Right? So, $1 is actually TT $6.45. Alright. And they want me to find how much BBD is equivalent of $1. Now, they gave us BBD in terms of Trinidad dollars. So 1 BBD is equal to $3 and TT. So what feel we should do?
You divided, so
What do you mean by divide? How are we gonna divide?
the $3 and the $6.45, $45.
Nah. So let me help you out a little bit, right? We know that BBD $1 is equal to TT $3, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Alright. What we should do is, we should find how much 1 TT dollars is in terms of BBD. And you'll see why I'm saying that. So if I wanted to find what 1 TT is in terms of BBD, what I should do? So I know that 3 TT is equal to 1 BBD. So how would I find for 1 TT here?
Minusing the $6.45 by $3.
Nah. So here was it, right? 1 BBD is 3 TT dollars. So how would I find what 1 TT dollars is in terms of BBD? How would I do that? What should I do on both sides if I want to find for 1 TT dollar? Talk to me. Okay, let me give you an example, right? If I told you that 3 doubles costed $15, how would you find for 1 doubles?
By dividing the 15 by 3.
See, we divide both sides by 3, right?
Yes, sir.
So if I tell you that TT $3 is BBD $1, and I tell you should probably find for 1 TT dollar, what would I have to divide both sides by to find for 1 TT dollar?
The $3, sir.
Yes, I should divide both sides by 3. You're probably saying, why are you doing this? Well, you will see just now. I promise. So in other words, 1 TT dollar is equal to how much BBD? Well, that'll be 1 over 3 BBD.
Yeah.
We're just writing it in terms of fractions for now. Don't worry about the how we're writing it. So here what? I know that 1 TT dollars is equal to like 33 cents but BBD. I wonder if you catch that drift.
Yes, sir.
You sure you catch that drift?
Yes, sir.
It's okay. Now, we want to find what BBD is. How much BBD would be equivalent to 1 USD? Remind me, how much TT dollars is 1 US dollar?
$6.45, sir.
Right, so we feel I should do on both sides here to find how much $6.45 in TT would be in BBD. If I know how much 1 TT dollars is in terms of BBD, how am I gonna find for $6.45?
I taking the 1 over 3 and dividing by 6.4.
Now, let me give you a simpler example. If I told you that 1 TT dollars is equal to 2 Barbados dollars or something, yeah? If I tell you that, and I wanted you to tell me how much 3 TT dollars would be, what would you do on both sides?
Divided.
Now, I wouldn't divide. Okay, back to the example with the doubles, right? If I told you 1 doubles was $6, and I wanted to figure out how much 5 doubles would be, what would I do?
Multiply.
I would multiply 6 by what?
5.
5. Right, so let me run through that example one more time. If I told you that 1 doubles costed $6, and I ask you how much 5 doubles would cost, what are you gonna do?
Divide 6 by 5, sir.
And you get 30. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So if I told you 1 TT dollars is equal to essentially 33 cents BBD, what would I do to find for $6.45?
You multiply the $6.45 by the 1 over 3.
Yeah, and that's what I would do. Because if I multiply both sides by $6.45, let's see what's gonna happen. If you multiply 1 TT dollar by 6.45, what will happen? What would that be? What is 1 by 6.45?
6.45, sir.
Exactly. And we're gonna multiply the a third by 6.45, and that should give us our answer. So where's 1 over 3 by 6.45? So let's plug that into our calculator. So
$2.15,
1,
sir.
Wait, sorry about that. So 1 over 3 by 6.45. That's what you said, $2.15?
Yes, sir.
That's the answer. Alright, so in other words, tell me, Neela, $2.50 BBD is equal to how much TT dollars?
$6.45, sir.
Right, and it just so happens that $6.45 TTD is the same thing as
US, sir.
1 US. So we've just answered the question. So BBD, $2.50 is actually equivalent to 1 US dollar. That is the answer. Right? I see Virginia had a hand raised. Talk to me, Virginia.
Oh, I did it slightly differently, but I got the same answer.
Talk to me. How you do it?
So I just divided 3 into the 6.45 and I got 2.15.
Okay, that's no problem. You can do that.
Okay. But I think I like your method better.
I feel like this method is it like go through the steps, like all the steps,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So I'm gonna go through this one more time. This is like a multi-step question that might confuse some students. So they're telling us 1 US dollar is equal to $6.45. That's what they're saying. And then they're telling us 1 BBD is equal to $3 TT. So Carla, do you understand the information that's given to us?
Yes, sir. That's
All right.
perfect.
They want us to calculate how much 1 US dollar would be in terms of BBD. That's what they want me to figure out. So I'll put down the information color. 1 US dollar is equal to how much TT dollars?
645 cents. But
Nah.
645 cents.
$6.45. And so you're probably saying, why we need the information? Well, we need to work the question. The other piece of information is 1 BBD is equal to 3 TT dollars. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Here's my logic. If I know what TT $3 is, well, I could find for 1 TT dollar, and then I could just multiply that by 6.45, which is US $1. So, to find for 1 TT dollar, what did I do here? What did I do to find for 1 TT dollar?
So you divide by 3.
I divide by 3, and so 1 TT dollar is actually 1 over 3 BBD, which should be like 33 cents. Yeah? Let me know if you're with me.
So I'm still kind of confused, but I'm following along.
Okay, well, let me try to explain that confusion. So you understand this line or not? Tell me if you're confused. Tell me if you understand this line, or we divide by 3.
I'm sorry, the same 3 you got from the BB dollar.
Well, if you
The
do
three of us.
something, if you do something on the left hand side, you have to do it on the right hand side. You have to do it everywhere. Left hand side, right hand side, you have to do it everywhere. Understand? So if I want to find what 1 TT dollar is, I divided this side by 3 as well as this. 3 into 3 is
1.
right, so 1 TT, and over here we end up with 1 over 3, which is how I got the 1 over 3 BBD.
Okay.
So again, whatever you do on one side, you need to do on the
Yes, sir.
right. So essentially 1 TT dollar is equal to how much BBD dollars?
A third.
A third, which is like 33 cents, right? Because a third is really 0.33, which should be like 33 cents. You understand or not?
Yeah.
All right. So here's the question. They're asking us what would 1 BBD. Okay, we're saying what BBD would be equivalent to 1 US dollar. So remind me, Carla, 1 US dollar was how much TT dollars?
$6.45.
Exactly. So Carla, if we know what 1 TT dollars is, right? Could we multiply that to find for $6.45?
Yes, sir.
Right, if I multiply 1 by 6.45, what am I going to get?
The
What's
same
1?
6.45.
Exactly, right? And anything you do on one side, you need to do on the
Other side.
right. So you'll multiply a third by 6.45, and you'll get 2.15 BBD. Yeah, you understand?
Mm-hmm. That's it. Yeah,
So,
probably. Understand the steps you took.
okay.
Let's see.
And so, question for you, right, Carla? If
Mhm.
so, if one BBD is $3 TT, right?
Mhm.
And we have 2.15 BBD. If I wanted to convert this to TT dollars, what would I do with it? How would I convert this to TT dollars again?
Convert to TT.
Yeah. How would I convert $2.15 BBD to TT dollars?
You want to do the opposite?
Well, actually, I just multiply by 3. I would just multiply by 3. Because we know one BBD is $3. So if we
Yeah.
have 215 BBD, I just multiply by 3 and I'll get my answer. And I want you to do that for me. It's 2.15 by 3. You should get 6.45,
6.45
which is 1 USD.
US dollar. Yes, US. $1
Right.
equals.
The easiest way to do this question, I mean, would just be to do this, like, get the answer one time, 6.45 over 3, and get the answer, right? Which is $2.15. But
So you have to calculate. Let's calculate TTs then.
yeah. Because here what I'm saying, right? One BBD is 3 TT dollars. And so we need to figure out how much TT dollars could go into 6.45. And that would give you 2.15. So in other words, 2.15 BBDs would give you something that's equivalent to 6.45 TT dollars, which is 1 USD. So whichever method you feel most comfortable with. Alright, so I'm gonna move on there. Alright, so Carla, read part 2 for me.
Real exchange BBD. 1,806 for US dollar. Calculate the amount she received in US dollar.
Right. So they're saying she exchanged $1,806 and she wanna convert that to what? What she wanna convert that to?
To US.
To US. Okay. So I have a question. What's 1 US in BBD? Remind me. Maybe we would have done that question before. US
Basics.
one
You
US $1 is equal to how much BBD? See if you can tell me that.
should I not reach 2.15?
Yes, that'll be $2.15. Everybody can see that, right, Neela? And that's what they asked us in the first part.
Yes, sir.
Alright. So we know this thing, man. We know this. So we know that 1 US dollar is equal to BBD $2.15. So, Carla, how will I work this out? I want to convert 1,806 to US dollars. How would I work that out?
So
My hint would be that you could find for 1 and then scale it up. You could always find for 1 first.
oh, so my I lost it.
Okay, no problem. So we know $1 is equal to $2.15 BBD, right?
Yes, sir.
So if I knew what 1 BBD was, do you think that would help?
And so because you will multiply it.
I'll multiply by what? If I knew how much 1 BBD was, what would I multiply that by?
You multiply by the 806.
Exactly. Exactly. So is it possible for me to find for 1 BBD here? How would I find for 1 BBD? Talk to me. How would I do that?
So you divide it by you divide the 1806 by 215.
That's actually correct, and you'll get the answer immediately. You get the answer immediately if you do that. Yeah. Right? Now let me show you full working. Show you full working, right? But yeah, that's it. That's exactly it. So here what? If I want to find for 1 BBD, I would divide both sides by 2.15. So if I do that, 1 BBD that's going to be US. You know what? I just gotta drop the money, right? I gotta drop the money for now. BBD1. Right, so I just gotta drop the money for now. I just gotta say 1 BBD. That's going to be equal to 1 over 2.15 US. And I'm trying to find for 1,806. So then I would do what's on both sides here. If I want to find for 1,806, what would I do? So tell me, Carla, you had told me before, if I know what 1 BBD is, how would I find for 1806?
We divided it by 1,806 divided by 215.
Right. So if I know what 1 BBD is and I'm trying to find for 1806, I would have to multiply both sides by 1806. And by doing that, I'm going to end up with, okay, 1 by 1806 is 1806. And then we're going to multiply 1806 by 1 over 2.15. Which is just going to end up being 1806 over 2.15. And if you're confused by that, what's 1 by 1806? What is 1 by 1806?
1806.
Right, so on top we get 1806 and then the bottom we got 2.15. So this is what you would have told me from the start. You just take 1806 and divide it by 2.15. And you get your answer one time. So what's the answer?
840.
Anybody else get that?
Yes.
sir.
840?
Yep.
Big up, big up, big up. Like I say, if you wanted to get the answer immediately, all you had to do was just say 1806 and you would divide it by 2.15.
So by when you get more marks for the working, like if you how you do it here with
No,
all the steps.
It's a 1 mark question. It's a 1 mark question. If you do this, it's fine. You gotta take that right. It's 1 mark. It's 1 mark. So, yeah, 840. Alright, so are you okay with this question? Let me know.
Yes.
Alright. You see, like this part of the syllabus is like most. I don't really like this part of the syllabus. It's like my
Seriously?
least liked part of the syllabus. It's like the most infuriating. Believe it or not, these questions require the most thinking compared to all the other questions. It's like
Really?
more logical questions. Part C. I see somebody named Renell Henry here. Are you related to Romano Henry per chance. I see now Renell Henry. Okay, I see Ria in class. Okay, look, I see Renell on mute.
Renell is me, Renisha.
Oh, I see.
That's
I
my
see.
middle name.
Oh, Real R's boy. Renisha, Renell, yeah, Real R. Yeah, well, Renisha, you can read part, see?
Yes, sir. John's electricity bill is based on the number of kilowatts
Kilowatt hour.
kilowatts hour of electricity that he consumes. The month he is charged $5.10. Oh, you could be quiet, please.
Oh, you can be quiet, please. Imagine Renisha was all. Hey.
Kilowatts per hour of electricity consumed. The 2-meter reading for the month of March 2016 are displayed in the diagram below. So that the first of March, they have 311 kilowatts per hour. I don't know
Right.
if I'm reading that properly.
I had to take your time. So, this is not a significant number. We can leave it out. So, this is what you're really looking at. What number is that?
311. Well, the zero don't count.
Now, the zero does count. The zero does count.
Yes. She does. Sorry, sir. Sorry. That's what
Yeah.
Sorry. Yes, sir. Continue.
Tell me, if you see this amount of money in your bank account, would you say that you have $15?
No.
How much money you have? If you have that in your bank account, how much money you have?
1,500.
1,500, right? Not
And this
$15.
the zeros will count. The zeros will count. Is if it have a dot before the zero, then it will be $15.
Exactly. The zero only counts if it's in between two significant numbers, or it's before significant numbers. You see how you have the zero over here? That will count.
No, that
So-
will count.
It's
300.
3,011,
Oh, 3,000. Okay, sorry.
right? So in March I had 3,011.
Mm-hmm.
How much I had on the 31st of March?
3,307 kilowatts per hour.
And they're telling us that he's charged how much on kilowatt hour?
He's charged $5.10. Sorry.
Right, $5.10 per kilowatt hour.
Yes.
So calculate the total amount that John paid for his electricity consumption for the month of March 2016. So Renisha, you think you could calculate how much kilowatt hour he consumed for that month of March?
Yes, sir. I can count. Mommy, come on, pick me up, please. Oh my God, Jesus! Hey, could never let me be productive in peace. Anyway, yes, sir. I can try. Okay, so first, I'm looking to see.
Wait, Virginia, you know what I mean? Where like Sakuna, one of them is like,
Oh my god.
yeah,
Wait.
yeah. So Renisha, tell me,
Yes, sir.
how are we going to calculate how much electricity was consumed?
Okay, so can I say this? I'm not sure if I'm correct, but can I say this? In C part 1, the say calculate the total amount you paid.
Yeah.
Okay, so when they say the total amount he paid, the mean adding something.
Nah, think. So how much? Okay, up to the 1st of March, right? How much electricity would he have had consumed? As he started the month, as the 1st of March.
3,011.
By the time the month end, how much did he consume?
3,307. Oh,
So
it's
how-
dark!
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my gosh, Renisha, you could have never guessed that game. What wrong with you, girl? Oh my god. Anyway,
So for the month of March, how would I calculate how much energy he consumed, electricity?
alright, so let me make this easy for you, and I'm gonna make it quick, sweet, and it's short. Right. Okay, so we are adding the 3011 and the
Ah.
3000.
Nah, it wouldn't add. It wouldn't add. It
We
wouldn't
would
add.
add. Oh, let's have myself show this. Alright, let me try again. Okay,
Because it don't make sense to add. If you add, I don't see how that will make much sense. You want to figure out how much energy he consumed in March. So you're gonna look at the energy he consumed up to March and then the amount he consumed by the time the month end. So Risha,
no
at the
comment,
start of
my
the,
friend. You could ask somebody else. I'll try our next question because shit that's rapping, man, and I hardly hear what you're saying, and that is getting me confuffled and confused. And then when I get confuffled and confused, it's be very hard for me to understand.
I understand. Let me ask Virginia. Virginia, what are we gonna do to calculate the amount of energy consumed?
Find the difference so you can find out how much kilowatt hours were used throughout the month.
Exactly. So, Virginia, this
Yes.
3011, does that tell us how much energy she used on the 1st of March?
No.
No, it tells us how much energy she used up to the 1st of March.
Yes, sir.
And this to the 1st of March here, this tells us the amount of energy she used up to the 31st of March. If you want to figure out just for March month, you need to find the difference from the start of March month to the end of March month to find out how much energy was used between the 2 months. I mean, between the two time periods. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
So what's that gonna be?
296.
296?
Yes, sir.
I take any word for it. And if John used 296 kilowatt hours of electricity, how would I calculate the cost?
You have to multiply that by 5.1.
Good, because we know that if he uses 1 kilowatt hour, he has to pay $5.10, yeah?
Yes, sir.
But he's using 296, so we actually had to multiply both sides by 296.
Yes, sir.
And if you do that, you're gonna end up with 296 kilowatt hours, and you're gonna multiply $5.10 by 296.
Okay, that's $1,509.60.
What's that gonna be?
$1,509.60.
And 60 cents?
Yes, sir.
Right. So, Carla, let me know if you understand this or not.
So I had to step out for because I'm work. So I now come back.
Oh, no problem. So, we have an electricity bill here. So, they want us to figure out how much money he has to pay for the electricity bill. Now, on the 1st of March, there's this reading on the meter, right? And on the 31st of March, there's that reading on the meter. How would I figure out how much electricity he consumed for March? You tell me. How would I figure out how much electricity he consumed for that month of March? Color?
No? Okay, I thought I was mixing.
So color, tell me. How would
How
I
much
figure
you
out?
see?
How would I figure out the amount of energy consumed there for March month?
I see me reading on top. Before reading for the question. I'll say
Oh.
this.
This is everything you need.
Oh. Well,
So the 1st of March would have been the start of March.
Arabic too. So the Arabic too?
Nah, it would not have been two. Renisha had made that mistake too. You gotta explain to me why you wanna add up the two.
Or
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I was
that's
the 1st of March and it's is March. So, and it's the full month now. So, I wanted the full total of the whole month.
Nah, I don't. Okay, so let me explain something. This would be at the start of the month. That's at the start of the month, right?
So,
And the 31st of March would be the
end of the month.
good. How much electricity did you consume between those time period?
You want to take it away.
Yeah, I would have to take it away. That makes sense, right? Because you want to find the electricity you consumed between the 1st of March and the 31st of March. That makes sense, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. So it would take away, it wouldn't add. Alright, so 3,307 minus 3,011. And yeah, I should give you 296. So,
Yes, sir.
Carla, if he consuming 296 kilowatt hours, and hear what they're saying, right? They're telling you you have to pay $5.10 for every kilowatt hour you consume. So how would we figure out his bill? How would we figure out his bill? You tell me. If you're using 296 kilowatt hour, and this is the rate, how we gonna figure out his bill? I know you could figure this out.
Say what to multiply.
Gotta multiply, yes. So you can multiply 296 by $5.10 and you'll get your answer. And that answer should be 1,509.6. Yeah. Let me know if you're right with that.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I understand where I made the mistake. But
Because
something else, Nancy. This
Talk to
question looking familiar.
Well, I mean, there's really same concepts all the time. So when you try to understand why you had a minus and not add, right? Because
Yes.
you want to figure out the electricity consumed between the 1st and the 31st. Here you would, between. Between usually means you have to take away, right? To find the difference.
So, but it mentioned between in the passage.
So
I
again,
didn't see they mention. I didn't see the whole question.
oh,
They mentioned between.
alright. No, they said calculate total amount that John paid for his electricity consumption for the month of March 2016. So you have to
You know what
calculate.
confused me?
What
Well,
consumed?
The word total.
Right.
Yeah.
But the total amount for the month of March, so the whole month of March. So if you want to figure out your bill for the month of March, and you have to look at the 1st of March to the 31st of March to find how much you use between the 1st and the last day in the month.
Yes, and then they will have to subtract both numbers to find the actual.
Yeah, I was thinking along the line, so to
Oh.
add it and then subtract, but that's what I was saying. There.
Nah, it don't make sense to add because here what, right? And this is what's confused people. Carla, you see how the 1st of March reading 3011?
Yes, sir.
What that means is up to the 1st of March, that is how much energy you consume. Up to the 1st of March. That does not mean on the 1st of March you use that amount
Oh,
of
that's from the
energy.
previous month too.
Yeah. That's like from previous months. Right? So that kind of cumulative reading means that they like adding the same amount. It's just stacking up. The amount of energy you use is just stacking up. So this 3011 is not for the 1st of March. That's for like whenever it starts up to the 1st of March. Understand?
Yeah.
And this 3,307 is up to the 31st of March. So Carla, if you know on the 1st of March you use up to the 1st of March you use 3,011, and then up to the 31st of March you use 3,307, and to find how much you use in March alone,
You want to
you
take
would add a
out the-
minus.
Yeah, I want to minus.
Exactly. Right? You sure you understand it fully?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Alright, good. So Carla, redeem yourself. Read part 2 for me.
For the next month, April 2016, John paid $2,251.10 for his electricity Science in the US, isn't it?
Say that again?
So after electricity and that line, any other word? No? Any question there? That's not. All right, that's all. I have
You
to
on
check my phone.
Oh, you're on your phone.
Yeah. Consumption. Determine his meter reading at the end of April 2016.
So now they're talking about the next month, right? The next month is April, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Now, how much did he pay in April month?
$2,351.10.
And they're telling us, and they want us to find what the meter reading is at the end of April 2016. So, do you have a game plan on figuring this question out?
So you have to minus from the previous month.
Nah, it wouldn't minus from the previous month. Alright, let me think, right? So, this is for April month. Let me know if you're with me for that part. This is April.
Yes, sir.
Do we know the rate at which he has to pay for electricity? What's the rate? What's the charge?
That was the $5.10. Okay.
So for every 1 kilowatt hour he uses, how much he has to pay?
$510.
$5.10, right?
Uh-huh.
$5.10. How much he pay?
How much? For the month, $2,351.10.
So you tell me, how would I calculate how much energy he used in?
So you have to multiply the 2,250. No?
Nah, I wouldn't multiply. Okay, I want you to explain why you say multiply. I want to understand your logic. I want to understand the
To get the
logic.
total, well, knowing at all how much energy you using for one, probably when you multiply the amount you pay, you don't know how much you're using in total. For the, when you add up the one, which is the 510.
No. That 510 is telling us how much he has to pay for 1 kilowatt hour. So this is how much he has to pay for 1 kilowatt hour. 1 kilowatt hour. Alright? And for April, forget about the last question. For April, he had to pay $2,351. So using this and this, how I could figure out how much kilowatt hour he used?
Really right?
I gotta divide. Yes, I will have to divide. Because if 1 kilowatt hour is $5.10, I would divide to figure out how much kilowatt hour was used. So I would divide that by $5.10, and what would I get?
461.
Again, 461.
So what I use the calculator on the computer.
Let me verify that.
I got the same thing, too.
Here, well, is I like all it's thinking, right? All you see in decimals here. On the kilowatt hour meter, on the meter itself, are you all seeing decimals?
No, sir.
No. So when you find your answer for kilowatt hour, you'll have to round it off, right? So that's gonna be 461. Let me know if you understand that. Because, well, let me show you something. In the calculator, you're gonna get a decimal, but can the meter display a decimal?
No.
No, it can't. So you have to round it off to the nearest whole number, which is 461, because it's 460.98. That's 461, right? And so for that month, how much energy did he consume?
The 2,351.
Nah, that is how much money he paid.
The 461.
Yeah, 461. Because here what? He paid this money for April, right?
Right.
And we know every 1 kilowatt hour he uses,
$5
it costs him $5.10. So if I were to divide this by $5.10, I would figure out how much kilowatt hour he used to have to pay that amount. You understand on that?
Yes, sir.
So if I multiply 461 by $5.10, what's supposed to get? Nah, you don't have to use a calculator. You're supposed to get something that's on the screen. So let me run through that again. So for April, how much did he have to pay?
Oh, you give back the same amount, $2,351.
Correct,
Right.
because we just figured out how much energy he used. So if that's how much energy he used, and this is the rate, that's supposed to get you back the 2351.10. Yeah. Virginia, I saw that you had your hand raised. Talk to me.
Oh, I didn't get a decimal. I don't know.
Oh, I forgot the 0.10. My bad.
Oh, it's okay, sir.
Yes, 461. I apologize, guys.
It's okay, sir.
Yeah, 0.10. Alright, so Carla, for the month of April, how much electricity did he consume?
You consume 461
Kilowatt hours, right?
kilowatt hours.
You sure you're okay with that?
So you just I was just need plenty practice.
It's a lot of practice and it's a lot of logical thinking. You really have to think. So, but that's not the answer, eh, Carla? They said determine his meter reading. Like we discussed, Carla, there's a meter. Tell you how much for the amount alone, or does it does the amount just keep adding to the meter? So let me explain, Carla. This 3011, was that for the 1st of March itself, or was that up to the 1st of March?
I was up to the 1st of March.
Exactly. So when they ask us to determine the meter reading, remember the meter tells us how much kilowatt hour we use for the year or whatever. So if in April he used 461 kilowatt hours and in the previous month it recorded 3,307, what is the new reading on the meter gonna be? What do I have to do? So on the
So you want
31st
to
of
take
March,
away your
nah, I wouldn't take away. So in the previous month it was 3,307, right?
by the end of March.
Right? This is the 31st of March, this is the end of March. In April, how much I use?
461.
Aha. So by the end of April, how much would I use? Like, all together. What would the meter tell me? So remember the reading on the meter, it keeps adding. So like the amount you use in January would add to the amount you use in February.
3,768.
3,768. Yeah, that's it. Right now you have to be very careful. When you look at the meter, are you seeing these zeros over here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, don't forget to put that. So
The 0.
yeah, the 0 is there so that when it passes 9,999, it can move on to the 10,000 region. That's what it's there for.
So this one was just an addition and the first one was the subtraction.
Right, but you understand the difference, right? On that.
Yeah. I understand why we had to minus because it was to get the end of the month, and this one because it was a new month, you had to kind of bring down the previous balance from before.
Yeah, because in this question they want us to remember the meter. It adds. Okay, so here what, right? Let me just say I use 100 kilowatt hours in January, right? And in February use 300 kilowatt hour. Your meter is not going to tell you 300. You know what it's going to tell you? It's going to tell you 400, because the meter, it tells you how much you consumed up to the point you measure it, like all together. So understand what I'm saying, right, color? Let me just say I use 100 kilowatt hour in January, right? And use 300 kilowatt hour in February. What is your meter going to read? What's it going to tell you?
400 kilowatt.
400. Exactly. And if I wanted to figure out how much energy I used between January and February, how would I do that?
You minus the 200 from the one.
Exactly. And I'll get 200, right? So between, so that would tell me that for February month I use how much energy?
You 200.
Yeah, 200. Right? So the meter will read 300, but in February itself you actually use 200. Because like, understand what I'm saying, right? The meter, it keeps adding, like it tells you how much energy you would have consumed up to that point. It doesn't tell you how much you use for the month alone. It just keeps adding over time. So when they asked us for the meter reading in the end of April, I had to add how much energy I used to March, and I got 3,768. Let me know if you understand that.
Yes, sir.
But in the last question, it was for the month of March. If it's for the month of March, I need to look at between the first and the last day in March. So I would minus to find the difference. You sure you understand now or not?
Yeah, because now I said that because the first question you had to watch from before, the month period before to get the total. And the second question, they ask you from the month itself, April.
And so if you find how much energy you use in April, you'll have to add it to the previous reading on the meter.
From the meter. So you have to go back to like the same thing like from the month before to know how much you get in April.
Correct, because if I were to take away these two, wouldn't that tell me how much I use in April month? Watch.
Yeah.
If I take away this on this, what I'll get? What's the difference between 3,768 and 3,307? Tell McCullough, what's the difference between 3,768 and 3,307?
461. The same
461. So I hope you understand like we go full circle. I don't know if you understand the whole concept.
Alright, so that when I get the answer, if you get back out, you get back the previous figure from before to make the answer is correct.
Exactly, you could always like backtrack and see if it's correct. So if you want to figure out how much energy was consumed between months, you have to minus. If you want to figure out the total reading on the meter, you have to add, because the meter is kind of cumulative. It keeps adding the previous amount of energy you use up to that point. Alright, so this is a nice question. I'm gonna let Virginia help me with this one. So Virginia, give it a read from her.
Oh no, sir, I don't like these. Oh gosh, okay. Desron forms a sequence using natural numbers. The cubes of these numbers and operations on these numbers and their cubes. Firstly, Desron cubed the natural numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and calculated the sum of the cubes for the first two, then the first three, and the first four, and so on. He then put these sum together with the cube of the number 1 to form a sequence. The first 5 terms of the sequence are shown in the table below. Oh,
All right.
will you take it well or no?
Alright, so let's look at the table.
Okay. So I don't like these kind of questions.
Virginia, don't say that. This question actually very, very simple, I promise you. I promise you.
Complicated.
Nah, it's so simple. It's crazy. It's really, really simple. Yeah.
Alright.
All right. So here one. When n is 1, so n just represents the number, right? When the number is 1, the series is 1 cube, and the sum is a half 1 plus 1 all squared, and that's 1. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, when the number is 2, the series is now 1 cube plus 2 cube. And to find the sum, we could also do this. So instead of adding this like a caveman, you could use this formula, plug in the number, and then give you the result. Let's verify it though. What's 1 cube? What is 1 cube?
That's just one.
And what's 2 cube?
Would that be 8?
That's it. What's 1 plus 8?
Oh, 9. Wow.
Right, the sum. Alright, let's check it out here. What's 1 cube?
1,
What's 2 cube?
8,
What is 3 cube?
27,
What's 1 plus 8 plus 27?
36.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
So Virginia,
yes.
this pattern we could generalize it. Because I'm not sure if you noticing what I'm seeing, but like 1 cube, then we have 1 cube plus 2 cube, then we have 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube, then we have 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube plus 4 cube, then the next one we have 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube plus 4 cube plus 5 cube, right?
Yeah.
Cool. And then something we're also noticing, let's look at the sum here and the sum here. What changed from this sum to this sum? What changed?
The first and last term, so they add the first and last thing that's being cubed. Right? No?
Yeah, but
Okay.
it's not just the first and last. Like look at this for instance. You wouldn't say the first and the last. It's everything in between. Okay, I don't everything. I want to hear what I want you to look at the difference. What's the
talking
only
about-
difference?
Oh,
Talk to me. You're talking about.
the stuff in the brackets, because it's 1 plus 2, and that's the first and last, and 1 plus 3 in the brackets.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I understand. Yeah, that's changing. So over here it's 1 and over here it's 2. Over here it's 1 and over here it's 2. Over here it's 3 and over here it's 3. So that's the only thing that's changing, right?
Yes. Sir.
And that would change depending on what n is.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
So like when n is 3, this changes to 3 and this changes to 3. When n is 2, this changes to 2 and this changes to 2. When n is 1, this changes to 1 and this changes to 1. Say for instance when n is 5, this changes to 5 and this changes to 5. So we could generalize this.
Yes, sir. I think I'm
So-
seeing.
So tell me what can we generalize it to for like the number n?
N over 2 by 1 plus n.
That's it,
Yeah.
right?
It's as bad as it seems.
It really isn't. It really isn't. And what this would be equal to, Virginia, n is an arbitrary number, of course. We don't know what n is, right? We just
Yes.
put an n there to generalize it because when you have a number and you could plug in anything for that number,
Yes, sir. So it's just a variable.
it's just a variable, right? It's just a placeholder. So now this, let me see how good it is, right? If we would, obviously we don't have a numerical value for that. Yeah, you would not be able to put a numerical answer because n is a variable.
Yes, sir.
But what would it mean? Is a sum we're finding here, so what would it mean?
Well, I guess. Well, everything added together, I guess. I don't know.
Up to what? Up to what to?
The nth term?
Yes, the nth term, so it'll be 1 cube plus 2 cube plus dot 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 all the way up to.
The nth term. So, like, add math series and sequences.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like that.
No, but like I wouldn't say it's hard.
Yeah, I guess so.
And now let's figure out this row.
Yes.
So, be honest with me. You going for 6?
No, no,
Yeah.
no. No, sir.
Alright, look carefully. What do you think you
Yes.
should put here?
It's 8.
It's 8. You want to tell the class why it's 8?
Because the nth term is 8. Because the formula is n over 2 plus 1 plus 8. And the placeholder for n right now is 8. So,
Exactly. Exactly, right? It's there. Right? Cool. And so what would the sum look like?
okay. So 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube plus 4 cube plus 5 cube plus 6 cube plus 7 cube plus 8 cube.
The real wicked for this, eh?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And to figure out the actual number, we'll put that into our calculator. So 8 over 2 is 4. 1 plus 8 is 9. So that's going to be 4 by 9 is 36, and 36 squared is 1,296. You can verify that.
I trust you, sir. I don't need to verify it. This is maths,
No,
right?
no. You trust me too much. I just make mistake myself. Let me
Right.
verify it.
Okay, sir. But I'm trusting maths vibes. I trust in maths vibes.
Well, yeah, okay. It's correct this time. But I've made mistakes before in the past.
Nah,
In the past.
nah, sir. I don't believe that.
Yes, no, it's true. At time, somebody asked me what was I think 4 divided by 2
Oh,
and
I
I
was.
said a half.
Oh,
Or something crazy. Something
Yeah.
crazy.
I think that was a physics lab. I can't remember. Or was it maths paper 1? I don't know.
That was maths paper 1.
I know I was there. Yeah.
Yeah, boy. So,
But I think I was late though. I mean,
mistakes happen, you know?
yeah.
Alright, so Carla, Neela, Renisha, Avisha, kind of rhyming, boy. Ria. Let me follow confused by this.
No, sir.
Right. So it's just a pattern here, you know. It's literally just a pattern. Right? When n is 1, it's 1 cube. And 1 here, 1 here. When n is 2, we're gonna add 1 cube plus 2 cube. We're gonna put a 2 here, we're gonna put a 2 here. When n is 3, we're gonna add all the cube terms up to 3. And we replace this with 3 and replace this with 3. When n is 4, you're gonna go all the way up to 4 cube, and you're gonna replace this with 4, this with 4. So generally speaking, it's n over 2 by 1 plus n, and that should represent the sum of all the terms up to n cube. And so now when they're asking us to fill out this row, you can see that this over here is actually what n is. N is 8. So you'd have to add all the way to 1 cube to 8 cube. And just plug this into the calculator and you get 1,296. And Virginia, if you had some trust issues, right? When I add all of this up, what's supposed to get?
1,296.
Yeah. It's supposed to get 1,296. 6 marks for that. I feel like that was a really easy 6 marks.
Yeah. Now that I actually know how to do it, yeah, I agree.
No, like I feel like this is such an easy question, like ridiculously easy. I feel like you could easily get this question right.
I guess so. It just looks complicated. I don't know. I just don't like series and sequences.
It's fun. It's fun. It's a fun time.
Okay. Maybe by the end of
Um,
this week. Maybe.
Like, I find it so fun, right? Now, when you have questions like quarterly dividends and they start to get a little tricky.
Oh, okay.
I want Neela to help me with this one. Neela, this is not a real easy question. Give it a read. I promise it easy. I promise. So Neela, get that question and read for me.
Okay, sir. The surround whatever and added the first 2 natural numbers, then the first 3, the first 4, and so on. He noted that 1 plus 2 plus equals 3 equals 9 square. 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals 6, which is also equal to 36 square. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals 10, which is equal to 100 square. Using the information in the table on page 8 and the pattern derived from the three statements, determine 1. The value of x for which 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 is equal to x squared.
Wait, I'm trying to figure out what it means. I'm going to take a call. Give me a second. Yo, I'm going to follow here, man. Hey, look
Yes,
me
sir.
wrong. Yeah. Alright, cool. I want to sing a song after this session. Sing a song.
I can't sing, but I'll listen
If
to
you
you sing.
sing, if you sing it, so no problem. I'll show you fed up I hear my singing voice. I don't know how to sing.
Who say I fed up? Renisha. Renisha, you're putting words in my mouth. You're putting words in my mouth.
Okay, so okay, fine.
Renisha, you go sing this little ladder man. I'm gonna let it shine.
Alright, no problem.
Alright, so Renila, I trust I cook up an answer for me. Yeah?
Probably, sir.
Alright, talk to me. So, what pattern are you noticing? Talk to me. Let me look at the pattern first. What are you noticing? What are you seeing?
Like, what do I explain it?
So, I'll help you, right? We add in 1 and 2, and what we gain?
3.
Okay. What we do in the next iteration?
We add the 3 with 1 and 2, which will be 6.
Alright, so you add the next number in the sequence to make a series. And in the next iteration, you continue. So you count up to what instead?
Also,
Exactly. So in the first iteration, you count up to 2 and you add it. In the other iteration, you count up to 3 and you add it. And in the last iteration, you count up to 4 and you add it. Now, the number that you're getting, alright, you got 3 here, you got 6 over here, and you got 10 over here, yeah?
yes, sir.
Okay, now 3 is the same thing as the square root of 9. Now, I want you to understand that the square root of 9 is the same thing as the square root of what? If I'm talking about this number over here, what would I do with that number? 3.
3 times 3.
You're not wrong. Now 3 by 3 is the same thing as 3 to what power?
Where? 3 square.
Exactly. Cool. And over here, the square root of 36 is the same thing as the square root of what?
X squared.
Yeah. And over here, again, you hang of it. And over here is the same thing as the square root of?
M squared.
Yep. So I think you see the pattern, right? So if we were to continue this, and let's just say we're going up to 5. So what would that be equal to? Where's 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5? What is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5? I feel like in an episode of What You Know. Until you know that man, what you know, he's be asking questions like people ask. He's be asking people questions like this. Are you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
I
sir.
know.
Yes, sir. He asked some
I'm
guy.
trying to avoid them and tongue.
I see. If I see that man, if I see he, and he asks me any math questions, mash him up.
Yeah, demolish.
Demolish. But well, he did ask Swizzle Stick this question, man. So you know Swizzle Stick.
Yes, sir.
Wait, I don't.
Wait,
He just
what?
be like
Swizzle what? What kind of
Swizzle
name is
Stick.
that?
Swizzle Stick. He'd be like Swizzle in, Swizzle out. Make sure you Swizzle
Oh.
Stick.
Oh.
This is Swizzle Stick, man. Watch.
Oh my god, yes,
Wait,
yes.
wait.
Oh,
People on TikTok, right? People on the TikTok. Until you know this man. Swizzle Stick boy. That man head is a kind of funny, not gonna lie. It's a kind of funny. But we don't discriminate.
So, did you see the video?
that
when
is
he
not
asked someone
nice.
If Paul Marshall Montano did any World Cup, and they said they saw it on YouTube. They said the person said they saw it on YouTube,
What?
and they could have done better for the country. And yeah, so I will send you that video. So it was really funny.
Hey, I swear, us Trinidadians be saying the most random things, eh?
Sir, another thing too with Trinis, that is never take nothing serious at all, boy. Everything is a kiki kaka.
That is true. And another thing, right? We as Trinidadians, I feel like we don't like to say when we don't know something. Hear this, eh? I think I saw some episodes where the guy asked some people, like, he tell them a joke, right? And then he was like, explain the joke. Or he was like, I don't know, I can't think of any ones right now, but it's ridiculous.
Alright, hear this one. Alright. If NOT is nuts and ICE is ice, then what is not ice?
Notice?
Notice? You know, people saying the two words separate.
Oh, not ice.
I was killing myself laughing for that episode.
I feel like Virginia would have said not ice. And
Yes, they just say not ice. I was so confused.
oh, you can't catch me with them thing, boy.
Yo, Master, you just CG.
And then this question, he asks the people what? Okay, who do you think the Brian Lara Stadium is named after? A man gonna say Kishan Walcott.
I saw that video.
Boom, boo. What do you mean? And then a man asked, and he was asking this guy, what color is an orange?
What color you say?
I don't know what. I think he said green. I don't know, some weird thing he said.
Nah.
Anyways, the answer for this question is 15, eh?
Yes, sir.
And so if we continue in the pattern, that would be the square root of what?
425.
425. That would be the square root of 15 squared. I don't think 15 squared is 400. I mean 125. Where's 15 squared, boy? 225.
Yes, sir.
It could be the square root of 225. That's what you have to tell me. 425.
No, I say 225.
Oh, I hear 4. I hear 4. My bad. So we could generalize the pattern now. So if you had something like 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6, what would that add up to? What would 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 give you? Well, using the last one, that is 15, so 15 plus 6 is 21. You with me? Tell me, Neela. That'll be
sir.
21. And that will be the square root of what? That will be square root of what? I see somebody real participating on TikTok. Big up yourself. I don't really know how to say a name though. I just think it's like MJJ or something, MAA or something. I don't know.
Hello.
Yeah. I will get a follow back. Big up yourself. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, me, I get a follow back. Oh, look, somebody saying hi. Hello.
That's my niece, sir. That's my niece.
No. All right. So let's continue. So
Yes,
this
sir.
would be this would be the square root of what? Gosh, man.
21.
21 squid. What's 21 squid?
141.
Right, badness. It's easy, right, Neela? It's real easy.
Yes, sir.
Very, very easy. Cool.
Bila, this is where we say one maths badness, never two. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. Exactly. Right? And now they want a formula in terms of n for the series 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus n. Like Shamwiz, big up yourself, Shamwiz. Yeah. Right, so I'm gonna let Virginia help me with this one. Virginia, get a read from her.
No, okay. A formula in the terms of n for the series 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus da 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 plus n. Like basic.
Shamwiz, you're real liking it, boy. Yeah, Virginia. This is like Admans. It's like this Admans. This is Admans territory.
Okay.
What kind of see? What kind of progression is that? AP or GP?
That would be EP.
That's a AP because each term is increasing by what? How to go from 1 to 2?
Add 1.
Add 1. How to go from 2 to 3?
Add 1 as well.
So
the
the-
common difference is 1.
Yep, the common difference is 1. Right, so D is 1. And what's the first term?
1.
Right. If you want to figure out the nth term formula for a series, what's that formula?
A plus something. Oh gosh, I forgot. N minus 1D or something like that.
Hear what? You're never gonna forget this, right? You're never gonna forget this, Virginia. Never. This
Alright.
is the first term. This is the second term. This is the third term. Yada yada yada. You with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The first term, does it? Do you have to add something to get the first term, or does the first term just exist?
It just exists.
It just exists. So will I be adding 1 to find the first term?
Oh no, no.
So where do I start adding 1 to which term?
The second term.
Right. So
consecutive.
that is why I have n minus 1d.
Oh.
Let me explain. Right? Do you add anything to the first term?
No, sir.
Right. So I would want this part here to be 0 because I'm not adding a difference to the first term. Look at it for yourself.
Yes.
Over here, n would be 1. Where's 1 minus 1 by d?
0. Oh.
Right.
And N by itself is 0. So that'll just give you A. Oh, I see.
Exactly. Because you don't add anything to the first term. However, you start from the second term. So if you start adding 1 from the second term, there's a need to put n minus 1 because watch, when n is 2, right? Where's 2 minus 1?
1.
Where's 1 by d?
Just 1.
1d. 1 by d
1D.
is d.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant like D was 1 or something. Oh, sorry.
Nah, I'll be 1d. So
Okay.
if my common difference is 1, right? Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Then I'll add 1 and 1 and that will give me the second term, which is
2.
right. So if I say n minus 1d, it means that I start adding the difference at the which term?
Second term and then the consecutive ones.
Exactly. If I had something like n minus 2 by d, where would I have started adding the
By the
common
second.
difference?
From the second term? Wait, no?
Nah,
Oh, no. I don't know.
the third term.
Oh.
Wait, let
Oh.
me make sure.
I see what you mean.
Because okay, watch this, right?
Yeah.
This is the first term, this is the second term, this is the third term, this is the fourth term, right?
Yes, sir.
In the second term, if I put 2 minus 2, what happen?
You would just get 0.
Exactly. For the third term though, what happen?
Or you get a remainder of 1.
And that'll be 1 by d. So you can
one.
add the difference to that. So, you
Okay, so
understand?
wait, give me another one so I can see if I really
Okay.
understand.
If it was n minus 3 by d, I would start adding on what term?
By the fourth term?
By the fourth term, yeah.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Okay, I really won't forget that now.
Good. So that's why you put n minus 1d. And it's also why for GP you have ar to the power n minus 1. Because you start multiplying from the second term to get the second term.
Oh,
Like, okay, watch. If I have 2, 4, 8, 16, do I multiply the first term by anything?
no, sir.
No. But to get the second term, though, you multiply. So you only start multiplying from the what term?
The second term.
Right.
Good
So that's why you have ar to the power n minus 1. Because you start multiplying from the second term.
Yes. Thank you, sir. I find that I kind of like, I'm starting to like APs and GPs now, honestly. When
That's
it was
good.
just a formula, I didn't understand. I didn't like it at all.
Don't worry, we can do a session where I show you how to come up with all them formulas.
Yes, sir, I'm ready for it. I'm always here, ready.
So a is 1. We're going to leave n blank because we want a formula in terms of n. And what's the common difference?
1.
So you're going to end up with 1 plus 1 by n minus 1.
Oh. Okay.
So you're going to end up with 1 plus 1n minus 1.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Oh wait, no, I make a mistake. My
Wait,
bad.
what?
Yeah, make
Wait.
a. They want.
Okay.
Here what? They want a formula in terms of n for the series. If
Oh,
it's
so
a
maybe-
series, if it's a series we're dealing with, it wouldn't be a of n. It'd be s of n.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you saying, but it will be s of n. My bad.
Oh.
Right?
Wait, I understand why. I don't get it.
Because it's a series, right? It's a series. If it's a series, you don't. Okay, if I use a of n, then I'll be fine and for like a specific term in the series. But if we have a series, right? A series means that we are adding terms that have a relationship.
Okay.
As you can see, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. So you'll use the S of n formula for a series to find the sum. So yeah,
Oh.
sorry, you had to use S of n. That'll be n over 2 by 2a plus plus n minus 1 by d. I'm surprised it's 1 mark. Like, am I missing something? But anyways, it'll be n over 2, 2 by 1 plus n minus 1. And what's the common difference?
1.
So you're gonna end up with n over 2, 2, and n minus 1 by 1 is just n minus 1. So you're gonna end up with n over 2, and inside 2 minus 1 is 1. So you're gonna end up with n over 2 by 1 plus n.
Wait, you lost me for the last part.
Alright, so we have 2 plus n minus 1, right?
Oh,
2
wait.
plus n minus 1. What's 2 minus 1?
Oh, just 1.
Now, time to see if this is correct.
Alright.
Let's see if this is correct. Let's see. So I'm telling you that the formula for the series would be n over 2 by 1 plus n. So let's see. If I want to find up the sum up to the third term, let's add it and see what it be. What is 1 plus 2 plus 3?
6.
Right, let's use the formula and see what happens.
Okay.
So that's going to be 3 over 2, and 1 plus 3 is what?
4.
What's 3 over 2 by 4?
So that'll just be 3 by 2, so 6. Oh, wow.
Right? If I wanted to find the sum up to the fifth term, let's add it and see what you'd get. Or we know what it'd be, right? It would be up to the fifth term is 15, right?
Yes, sir.
Up to the fifth term is 15. So let's use the formula and see if we're getting that.
Yes.
So that's gonna be 5 over 2 by 1 plus 5. What's if you add the inside the brackets, that will be 6. What's 2 into 6?
3. 5 by 3 is 15.
Right. So generally speaking, if I want to find the sum up to the nth term for the series, I'll use this formula because this formula allows me to find the sum up to like the nth term.
Oh, okay.
Because it's a series. In a series, you're adding.
Yes, sir.
Can you see that you're adding 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 all the
Yes.
way up to the nth term?
Yes, sir. But a
Alright.
sequence is when it has the commas, right?
Yes. In a sequence, you're not adding the consecutive terms. You're just listing them.
Oh, okay.
I was really surprised that they brought this question. Like, let me look at the marking scheme to see how they would have expected you all to figure that out.
Hmm.
Interesting.
What is that?
I have no clue. Like, bro, what? What are you talking about? What are you talking
Yeah.
about? What the hell? Yeah, I don't know. And it's a 1 mark question, so that real sus.
Yeah, I don't understand that one.
That's really sus.
So
Yeah.
what's the difference between the specimen and the normal paper?
The specimen. Hey, wait, there's have a difference. Long story short, there's have a difference. The specimen paper is a sample paper showing students what to expect in their actual exam. So there's no difference really.
Okay, well thanks for clearing that up.
No problem. So I'll end this at 8:30. Right, but let's continue quickly. So Avisha, let me know if you're there. I didn't hear you. Full class, it was kinda quiet. So Avisha, let me know if you're hearing me.
Yes, sir.
Avisha, how you sounding like Renisha so?
I have no idea.
Oh wait, never mind. Talk a little more.
Yes, sir.
It's like a slight, I don't know. But Avisha, you in Form 4 or Form 5? Oh, you finished?
Form 4.
Form 4? Okay, no problem. So, read part 3 for me.
Factorize completely. P cube, q squared plus pq cube. That's a 5 or
That's our 5. That's our 5.
pq to the power 5m.
Right. So, do you know how to tackle a question like this?
I think so.
Talk to me. So, what are the common factors you're seeing?
P.
Well, you're seeing P for sure in both of them, right? So, both of them have P in it. What else you want to pull out?
Q.
Alright. That would be a bit incomplete. So, let me show you the best way to do these types of questions. Now, you're not wrong, eh? There is a P and a Q. But, to what power? Let me show you what I mean, Avisha. Before we even do anything, Avisha, do you know what? Like, okay, let's just say I had 5 to the power 3. What do I mean? What does 5 to the power 3 mean? See if you can tell me that. Avisha, 5 to the
by
power
itself
3.
3 times.
5 by itself 3 times. Good. So, question, what would P to the power 3 be?
P multiplied by itself 3 times.
Exactly. So here's what I'm gonna do. Eventually, when you fully understand it, you'll be able to do the questions really fast. But I'm showing you the full working here. So here what? P cube is the same thing as P by P by P. Did I confuse you?
No, sir.
Alright, and we're multiplying that by Q squared. Now Q squared is what by what?
Q by Q.
Good. Alright, now we're gonna add P. That's just 1P, right? Multiplied by Q to the power 5. What do you think that mean? What do you think Q to the power 5 mean?
Q by itself 5 times.
Right. Q by itself 5 times. Just make sure I could count like 5, right?
So is this rage bait? So you know that 5.
Avisha, like 5?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then we multiply now by m, right? Yeah?
Yeah.
Now, here what we're gonna do. How much p's are you seeing in common in both of them? So over here, seeing 2 p's. But over here, how much p's are seeing?
1.
1. So in it, what do they have in common? Both of them have what? How much p's in common? So I run it back again, Avisha. How much p's is seeing over here?
3.
3, nice. Oh yeah, 3, right? And how much is seen over here?
1.
So like, do both of them have 3 p's in common? You seeing 3 p's over here?
No, sir.
Do they have 2 p's in common?
No, sir.
How much p's do they have in common?
4.
It have 4, you say?
Yeah.
Nah. So when we say in common, that isn't what we mean. Like let me explain.
So 1 P.
They have 1 p in common. That's the only thing they have in common, right? You can't say they have 4 p in common, Avisha. To begin with, Avisha, are you seeing 4 p's over here?
No, sir.
Nah. Are you seeing 4 p's over there?
No, sir.
Nah. So Avisha, if it had 4 p's over here and it had 4 p's over here, by all means, both of them have 4 p's in common. However, are you seeing 4 p's over here?
No.
No. How much p's is seeing over here?
3.
3. And how much p's is seeing over here?
1.
So, if you like comparing both of them, and both of them have at least 1 p in common,
Yes, sir.
you're sure you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Let's move on to q now. How much q's we have over here?
2.
Okay, how much q's we have over here?
5.
5. But if we comparing both of them, how much q's do both of them have in common?
2.
2, yes. Both of them have 2 in common. I can't say they have 5 in common or 7. No, I can't do that. The reason I'm saying 2 is because they have 2 over here, and well, you can get 2 over here. So they have 2 q's in common. Let me know if you fully understand that.
Yes, I understand.
So here what we're gonna do now, right? So in common, they have a p. So I'm gonna pull out the p, right? And they also have q by q in common. What does q by q mean? What do I mean? What does q by q mean?
Q squared.
Like q squared, right? 1 second. Yeah, q squared. So I'm gonna pull out q squared too. Does that confuse you? You understand? Let me know if you're with me there.
Yes, sir. I with you.
So here what? I pulled out the p over here and I pulled out the q by q. So what is left? What is left?
Two P's.
Alright, p by p. Now p by p is the same thing as p to what power?
2.
Nah. Oh, p to the power 2 you say? P squared.
Yes.
Yeah, that's correct. And over here we pulled out the p and we pulled out the q by q. So you see in q by q by q, so what would that be? What does q by q by q mean?
Q to the power of 3.
Right? So I'll say plus q to the power 3 and I have m here, so I'll say q to the power 3m. Let me know if you fully understand.
Yes, sir. I understand.
Now if you want to check if your answer is correct, you could expand the brackets and see if you get back the original expression. Let me show you what I mean. If I multiply pq squared by p squared, what would I end up with? What would I end up with?
P to the power of 3 and Q squared.
Correct, because I have p to the power 1 here and I have p squared. When you're multiplying same base, you add the powers, right? So that'll be p to the power 3 and q squared. Good. And if I multiply pq squared by q to the power 3m, what happen? Or what happened there?
P, Q, power 5 and M.
Cool, so we get back the original thing, right? Yeah, so we good. Mia. You had tell me something. I'm gonna check where you said Mia. Okay, I'm not seeing your answer, Mia. Right? Okay, so here what? Avisha, I wanna practice some more of this. Let me know.
Yes, sir.
Wait, Avisha, how you get the link? Like, were you in the Behave Children group chat or something? How you get the link?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I was always here.
Oh, okay. Which school are you representing?
Tina, secondary.
Big up Penal Secondary one time. Big up. I don't think you're gonna know my cousin. She used to go Penal Secondary. Sasha Mohammed, you know Sasha Mohammed?
I was think I Lucy.
That's a while ago. So I give you a little sneak peek on my book. Right? Where is it? One moment. I should have so much questions here. Factorization. Here we go, right? Okay. Cool. Let me do common factor. Nah, this document would cost some money because like I spend real plenty of my time in my life making this book. So like it costs some money, you know what I mean? Yeah, if you're a student, if you're my student, you get a discount. You should probably be my student. You know what I mean? Math vibes. Oh yeah, Avisha. Accepting Form 4 students, just saying. Right? And well, you get access to the Form 4 and the Form 5 sessions, and of course anytime I'm doing these lives, you have like priority. Yeah. Yeah. So if you're interested, you just send my message. You tell your parents. Yeah, international students could join, you know. Internationals, anybody could join. Right? This maths here, this is like Form 4, Form 5 maths, give or take. But yeah, if you're interested in my lesson, just send my message on WhatsApp. Yeah. It's be vibes all the time, man. It's be real vibes. Hey, good night, Kia. Alright, so Avisha, let me tackle this question. So Avisha, what's a common factor of 6x and 9? What's something that could go into both 6x and 9?
3 to go into both.
You say cube?
I said 3, sir.
3? Okay. What would I multiply by 3 to get back to 6x?
2x.
I would do 2x. And what would I multiply by 3 to get back 9?
3.
Brilliant. And if I expand it, I'll get back 6x plus 9, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Alright, over here, I have ax plus bx. What are you noticing that both of them have in common?
X.
So I can pull out the x, and what I write on the inside?
A plus B.
Good. Renisha, talk to me.
So if it's not a bother, and if she's okay with it, I would like to try one.
No problem. Alright, so Renisha, I want you to look at 3ab and 6a. What do both of them have in common?
2A, literally.
Nah, I wouldn't say 2a. Both of them have an a in common, so I would pull out the a. So this has an a, and this has an a, so I could pull out the a. Right, because both of them have an a in common. Both of them have an a in common. Then we could look at 3 and 6. Is there a number that could go into both 3 and 6?
3?
3, so I could pull out 3 then. So talk to Marinisha. If I pull out 3a, what am I going to put here?
B?
I'll put b. Cool. And I already pull out the a, and I pull out 3. So I need
You
to
put
get
two.
6. I need to get 6. So
Oh,
3 by what
two.
would give me 6?
2. 2 times 3 is 6. Sorry.
So I'll put
Sorry,
plus
sorry,
2 over
sorry.
here. That's okay. And so when I expand the brackets, I'm supposed to get back the original thing. So what's
Yes.
3a by b? What's 3a by b?
3AB.
Good, I get that back. Nice. What's 3a by 2?
6A.
Bam, I get that back. We Gucci, we Gucci.
I come back.
Alright. Let's look at this slightly harder example, I would say. So the first thing I'd advise you to do, I'd advise you to look at the numbers. So we have 5 and 15. What's a common factor of 5 and 15? What is our number that can go into both 5 and 15?
So
Yes,
5.
if 5 is correct. Good. Now you gotta be real careful here. You have x squared and you have x. Now Renisha, what does x squared mean? What x squared mean?
X by X. In the long notation way, it's X by X.
X by x, right? Good. So if I ask you this, how much x's do both of them have in common?
1X.
Exactly. Probably Romano and Nikolai. Both of them have an x in common. Yeah, both of them have an x in common.
Alright.
I just be scared, like what parents has been thinking I'll be teaching the children, boy. Like 1x in common and thing, hey. Yeah, but long story short, this and this have an x in common. What's the name of the x? Get the x a name.
Romano.
Romano, that makes sense. Only the elites will get our joke. But anyways, both of them have an x in common, so I can pull out the x. If I pull out the x, what would I write in the brackets?
Right. So if you pull out 1X, you will have another X remaining.
Exactly.
Correct.
So I go write x. And let me just make sure you understand that. I pulled out the 5. So done that. We pull out the 5. Next thing, I pull out an x because I have an x in common. So the only thing I'm left with is the x. I'm gonna go over it again because I feel like you're confused. So when you look at 5 and 15, a number that can go into both 5 and 15 is literally 5. Because 5 into 5 is 1 and 5 into 15 is 3. So I'm going to pull out the 5. Then I'm seeing x squared. X squared means x multiplied by x. So you're multiplying x by itself 2 times. So you're gonna look at this and you're gonna look at this and you're gonna ask yourself, hey, how much x's do you have in common? Alright? You have 1x over here and you have 1x over here. So both of them have an x in common. I thought somebody was going to say Shania or something. But no, I'm not talking from experience, guys. Relax. And I don't know
my
any
gosh.
Shania. I don't know. But
She's at ages, Lord Father. Anyway, as I was saying, yes. So after you pull out the 5X, you'll have an X remaining. So you put that X inside the brackets. Right?
right.
Then you're going to ask yourself what you could multiply by 5 to get 15, which is 3. So in the brackets,
Rampa plus or rampa minus? Or rampa in the middle?
a minus sign.
Yeah, because I have a minus sign here. I'll put back the minus sign.
See, so yeah, it's because of you. Again, better at algebra.
I like glazing me too much.
So it's facts.
Thank you. She said it right. Clock it.
But anyways, Avisha or Carla, or one of you were asking me a question just now. Yeah, one of you guys were asking me a question.
So not me.
Hey Neela,
Yes, sir.
your mom sent me pictures of Nikolai for grad night.
Yes, sir.
Nikolai is really my son, you know. I really had to meet Nikolai. Nikolai and Romano, I really had to meet them.
So you will meet them eventually.
For sure. I want to carry them on a little lime.
Oh, Papa, yoy. Moto pantori jump out. Okay.
Yeah. I want to carry the movies or something. I'll see if I get Tiff on there too, for Romano's sake.
Tell him I say hi. Although you
Ah.
can't see he half daughter on the other side of the screen, but tell him I say hi.
I will tell him. So, as you guys could see, like the questions in my worksheet, they're like it starts off really easy and then it goes harder, and then there's just a bunch of practice. Like there's a bunch of practice. Like this is like ideal. Like this booklet is insane. I promise I don't glaze any booklet. It's genuinely really really good. Avisha, let me speed through this fast. So Avisha, what's a common factor between 8 and 12? 8 and 12. Talk to me fast. 8 and 12.
4.
4. Alright, if I pull out 4 from 8x, what I go right?
2.
2. And I have to put back the minus sign in the middle because it was there. Or my classes are $250 TT per month. Alright, and with that you get access to my Form 4 and my Form 5 sessions, as well as the lives as we doing. You get to be in the Zoom. I think it's INC and dealer. I think it's INC and dealer. Because sometimes I'll be doing live for like 8 hours and all kind of madness. And you get access to that. Ridiculous deal. Still a bad deal. Anyways, what would you multiply by 4 to get 12?
3.
Alright, so everybody feel like they're okay with common factor, greatest common factor.
Yes, sir.
Right. I want a volunteer to help me with these 2 questions. Neela, help me with this question. Neela, what are you noticing in common with this and this? What do they have in common? Thank God they don't have an X in common, but what else they have in common?
The 2 is common, sir.
Yeah, both of them have a 2 in common. What else they have in common?
The pi sign, whatever that is. Yeah.
Both of them have a pi in common. It is a pi sign. Right? So if I pull out 2 pi from both of them, what would I write inside the brackets?
R plus H.
Cool. Right, let's move on to this one, Neela. Right, so what are you seeing in common? We should start off with the numbers, Always start off with the numbers, right? 4 and 8. What's the common factor between 4 and 8? The greatest common factor?
4, sir.
4, right? Okay. And then we're looking at the x squared now. X squared is really what? What's x squared?
X by X. So by 4, you just put an X.
Right? Because, okay, x squared means x by x, so I have the product of 2 x's there. And over here, I just have x. So, how much x's do both of them have in common?
1, sir.
Right. So, if I have the product of 2 x's here, and I have 1 x over here, both of them have exactly 1 x in common. You sure you understand that?
Yes, sir.
I sure you understand that because the amount of time Nikolai has probably talked to you about how he thief Romano X and well they have an X in common.
Yeah, and I witnessed all of that too, sir.
Yeah, boy. And you probably beat him and thing for that. It's be like Nikolai, stop taking Romano girl. Probably. But Neela, between like you and me, right? Would you say like Nikolai does really be getting through or not?
No, sir.
Wait, boy. Yeah, wait. How you doing with something like that? So you're saying Nikolai Dryden?
What?
Well, you're saying like Nikolai don't get through. But I don't believe that, eh? I don't believe that. But I just think... Wait, eh? Yeah, I just think Nikolai, he's very focused on his work. That's why I think. Because Nikolai is very focused. But anyways, 4x. We're not done though. If you notice, we have a y over here. There's a y over there. And we have y squared over here. Well, what does y squared mean?
Y times Y, sir.
So how much y's do both of them have in common?
1 Y, sir.
Yeah, they have exactly 1 y in common. So I have to put that y on the outside as well. So what am I going to write on the inside?
2X.
Nah.
No, wait. Y minus 2.
Nah. Yeah, take your time, right? Take your time. So here it is. So Neela, we pulled out the 4, so we're not going to write that back on the inside, right? We pulled out the x, so there's only one x remaining, and well, we pulled out the y, so we're not going to write the y on the inside. What's the only thing I'm going to write on the inside?
X, sir. Sorry, hold on. X.
X. Cool. And if you want to check if your answer is correct, when you multiply it out, you're supposed to get back 4x squared y. Let me see. Where's x by x?
X, sir.
X squared. X by x is x squared. And we had the 4y, so we get back 4x squared y, so that's correct. Alright, on to the next part. What sign should I put in the middle here?
Minus, sir.
Minus, and what would I multiply by 4 to get 8?
2, sir.
Alright, we already have our x on the outside, so we wouldn't put back the x. And well, we already have one y on the outside, so I wouldn't put back y squared. What would I put?
Y, sir.
I'll put y. You good?
Yes, sir.
Badness. Alright, let's move on. Aha, binary operations. This is real easy. So, who wanna help me with this? Ria? I didn't hear Ria in a long time. Ria, you still here? Ria, you still vibes in? Hey boy. Ria is missing in action. MIA. Alright, Avisha. Actually, no, Carla. Carla, help me with this. Carla, how boy you going, boy? Boy, you going good?
I don't know, sir.
You must know Boyo. anyways. So Carla, it says A. Okay, so before we even start this, don't you know about addition, subtraction, division, those operations?
Yes, sir. The basics, yes, sir.
Right, the basics. Now, what this topic is called binary operations, and with this you're creating a unique operator that performs more than one basic operation. I'll explain what I mean just now. So have you ever seen a symbol over here?
Multiplication, star.
No, that's not multiplication. That's not multiplication. This is a operator here, and it's a star. It's a star. So like, it's a specific operation defined by this over here. I know it's sounding complicated, but I'll explain. Right. So Carla, you see how we see A star B?
Yes, sir.
And they are telling us that that is equivalent to 2 by A minus 5 by B. So this is the operation. So, Carla, anytime you see this little star in the middle, it means I had to multiply the first number by 2 minus 5 times the second number. That's what the operation is. So let me show you what I mean. Are you seeing that same operation in the middle here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So tell me, if you're comparing A and B, where do you think A would be? Like if you're comparing this to this, what A looking like?
A looking like 3 and B looking like 4.
Good. And so since you're using this operation, you can see that A is 3 and B is 4. So you'll apply this to it. So we'll write 2 by
2 by A.
But in this instance is not A. What is it? In this instance is not A. What is it? A and okay. Carla, A and B are just placeholders. A and B could be any number.
So it'd be 3. It'd be 3.
It would be 3. And that'll be minus 5 by what?
5 by 4.
Cool. So understand what I'm saying. Anytime you see this little star here, it is defined as 2 times the first number minus 5 times the second number. That's the specific operation. So if I have 3 star 4, it means I need to multiply the first number by 2 minus 5 times the second number. So 2 by 3 is 6, and 5 by 4 is 20. What's 6 minus 20?
40.
Be careful, like minus 40.
No, minus 40.
Let me explain why. If you see minus,
smaller number to behind, it's smaller number in front.
Exactly. Well, let me give a logical example, right? A practical one. Let me just say in your bank account is in minus 20. Pressure any calm boy. Things real rough. Minus 20. What I mean? If you see minus 20 in your bank account, what I mean?
I mean, you're owing.
I thought you was going to say you're crying. But anyways, if you see in minus 20 in your bank account, it means that you owe the bank $20. Right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're seeing positive 6, it means that you give back the bank $6, right? Plus 6 means you give the bank $6. How much is still owing them?
I still owing them 14.
Exactly. So since you owe the bank $14, it's still negative 14. Understand?
Mm-hmm.
You sure you understand that?
I want us look at how anytime you take away the small number, the big number will automatically be a minus.
Exactly, because it come like you didn't pay the amount you owe. You're still owing them. So it's still negative. Right. Before we move on, let's go in my workbook and do another binary operation question. So Carla, read this question for me.
In fact, it's completely. So 3a x squared minus 12a.
Oh no, don't worry about that. This one over here. Let me look at this binary operation question over here.
So read the whole question by A? By B, sorry, a binary operation?
Yeah, read that for me.
A binary operation, so I don't know what that symbol means.
Don't worry about it.
Is defined by A, B equals A squared minus 2B. Calculate the value of.
You could just say a circle or something, I don't know. I mean, what's saying plus circle, I don't know, anything you want to say. Wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a binary operation circle is defined by A circle plus B equals A squared minus 2B. Calculate the value of I is 5 circle plus 3.
Okay, cool. So hear this now. Can you see that we have the binary? Can you see that we have the operator? This plus circle here. You see 9 in the middle?
Yes, sir.
So we're gonna perform the operation on the 5 and 3. 5 and 3. Cool. So here what I'm saying, right? Instead of A and B, in this instance, you have 5 and 3. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
So how are we gonna calculate that then?
5 multiplied by 3.
No. The operation is defined over here.
Oh.
Yeah.
5 squared minus 3b.
Now take your time.
Oh. 5 squared minus. So that.
I promise it's real simple, you know. I promise. I promise I'm not trying to tie you up. Tell me, what's A? What's taking the place of A?
A is 5.
And what's taking the place of B?
3.
Right. So we're gonna perform this operation on it, right? So we're gonna square A.
Right.
Alright, so we're gonna square A. So A is 5, so we're gonna say 5 squared.
5
And
squared.
then I'm gonna minus 2 by B. What's taking the place of B?
So 3.
That's all. That's it.
Oh.
You understand? Tell you, simpler than you think. Kia, look forward to seeing you. Alright? Yeah, so it's 5 squared.
So 25.
Alright, 25. What's 2 by 3?
6.
What's 25 minus 6?
19.
Yeah, that's 19. So I promise you, it's much simpler than you think. Much simpler than you think. Right? Now let's look at a harder iteration of it, okay? A harder iteration. So in the last question, just to make sure we're on the same page, we said 3 star 4 was equal to what? What was 3 star 4 equal to?
The A and, well, the A and the B.
You're not wrong, eh? Like the answer. What was the answer? What was the value for 3 star 4?
14.
Minus
Negative 14.
Right. Keep that in mind, right? Keep that in mind. So in this question, I know it's looking a little weird, but real easy. Trust. We have 3 star 4 in what? In what? In what, guys? What is it? In what? In what? That's what- in brackets, right? Brackets.
Brackets.
Avisha, what would you say about brackets? What would you say about brackets? We had to do with brackets.
Can you work on the bracket first?
Yeah, you had to work out the brackets first. So, do we know what 3 star 4 would be? Is that something hard?
Negative
Do we-
14.
Right, we know that's negative 14. And so this problem boils down to minus 14 star 1. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
What operation are you seeing in the middle?
The star.
The star. And the star operator is defined as A star B is equal to 2 times whatever A is minus 5 times whatever B is. So tell me, how would I answer this question now?
So, say bring it on.
Promise it. I promise. Carla, don't overthink it. So we boil down 3 star 4 to minus 14. And so the
Right.
problem becomes minus 14 star 1.
1.
Now we know that the star operation, it does
Yes.
this. This is what the star operation does. It whatever the first term is, it multiplied by 2 minus 5 times the second number. So, and we have minus 14 star 1. So talk to me. See if you can figure it out. How would I evaluate that?
So it will be A star B.
Okay, but what's taking the place of A and B? What's taking the place of A and B?
The 3 and the 4.
Nah, not the 3 and the 4. This was something we worked out already. 3
Oh,
star 4.
the negative 14.
Right. So our problem boils down to minus 14 star 1.
Oh, so it'll be negative 14.
Wait, let me I want you to compare this to this. So what is taking the place of A? What are we gonna plug in for A? If you're comparing it, what are you plugging in for A?
The 3.
Nah, not the 3. Again, we worked this part already, so forget about that.
Okay.
We know that 3 star 4 is minus 14. We worked this previously. So
That's it.
the problem now becomes minus 14 star 1. So this is the problem now. So forget about this for now. So this is the problem. I want you to compare it to this. If you had to compare those two, what would you say A is?
Negative 14.
And what would you say B is?
1.
Exactly. And this is the operation. This is how it's defined. So it's gonna be 2 by what was A?
Negative 14.
Right. So you'll say 2 by negative 14. And what next? You tell me.
Minus 1.
Now take your time. Look at it.
2 by negative 14.
Right. So it's 2 by A. A is minus 14. Minus 5 by B. And B is.
B is 1.
So tell me what I should write here after the minus sign.
So 1B. No. 1 open brackets.
Nah. So it is
1B.
nah. Here's the thing, right? What is B? You had to
B
tell me
is
now.
1. B is
Right.
1.
B is 1. So what are you going to replace? Are you replacing the 5 or are you replacing the B?
Just the B.
Just the B. So tell me what I should write down after the minus sign.
So 5 will come back to 1.
Yep, that is it. The only thing you are replacing is the A and the B, not the other numbers. The other numbers are constants. Well, actually coefficients, but you can't replace them. You can't replace them. It's just the A and the B you are swapping, because the A, like I said, the A is the minus 14, and what's the B?
1.
Good. The B is the 1.
Good job, Carla. Good job. But we're not out the woods yet.
Nah, she knows that. I'll give you some more questions, right? What is 2 by minus 14? What is 2 by minus 14?
So 11. Minus
No.
11. I have to
No.
multiply it.
Yeah, to
No.
multiply because it's 2. Watch, it is 2 by A, and A is minus 14, so it's 2 by minus 14. So you have positive 2 by negative 14. A positive by a negative is a negative,
Negative.
and then you have 2 by 14, which is 28,
28.
and then you have minus 5 by 1. What's minus 5 by 1?
So 5.
Right? Minus 5.
Minus 5.
Because you have a negative by a positive. You have negative 5 by positive 1. A negative by positive is a negative. And so imagine you take $28 and take $5 more. How much money you take altogether?
23.
Nah, 33.
Oh, you add it.
Think about it, right? Negative
Oh, yes.
28.
Oh,
you
yes.
just
Is that
take
positive?
28. Nah, it wouldn't be a positive. Think of negative as taken, right? So you take 28.
Right.
And then you take 5 again. How much you take altogether?
I take 28 and I take 5 again. I take 5 from 28.
No. So like, okay, imagine you come and ask me for $28, right? You come and ask me for $28, and then you come back
Oh,
and
how
you're
much
just
I
like,
how much I borrow from in total?
yeah.
33. Right, I understand.
But since you borrow it, you have to pay it back. So it's negative 33.
Negative 33.
So anytime you're minusing and you're minusing again, you're gonna add the numbers and put a minus sign in front, because it means that you're taking away more.
I mean, I still owing.
You're still owing, right? You actually owe more because you take and then you take again. Yeah. Carla, you moving hungry there, boy. You take to it, hey, boy. You take my money. You take my money, boy. Carla, you get back that to $3, isn't it? Hey, boy, I can buy KFC with that. Buy
This is
KFC with that, you know?
this is for everybody. Always remember, a negative and a negative is a positive, and a positive and a negative is
A negative.
a negative. Yeah.
Wait, you said a positive and a positive is a negative?
No, sir, don't. I say a negative and a positive is a negative.
Okay, but you have to be careful, eh? What you're talking about there is for multiplication. It works a bit
Oh.
different when you're repeatedly minusing or you're adding. So like Kia I saw you said a negative and a negative is a positive, right? But in this case, okay, that's only when you're multiplying. In this
Yeah,
case,
that's what you're confused there.
we are
I
not
was trying to
multiplying.
ask you.
We are not multiplying, you know. We are taking away 20 and then we're taking away 5. Alright, so you're taking 20 and then take 5 again. You take 28. Alright. I'm gonna draw me here. That is me, right?
So before you say anything, so my explanation was wrong in a way? Or
You explained it in terms of multiplication, but this is not multiplication.
okay. My bad.
Alright.
I was just trying to help.
That's no problem. So in the wallet here, and then I'm gonna draw Carla over here.
Your wallet bigger than you?
Yep, that is true. That is true.
So you're planning to share your money in your wallet?
That is me?
Oh. Alright, guys.
Right.
Let's see us.
Right? So Carla come up to me and was like, hey. Wait, give me a second. She was like, hey, give me $28. I say, alright. Take you $28. And they come back, you come back fast. I say, hey, give me another $5. I say, okay. So watch, the money that I had is going to you, right? So I can remove this money here. Right? Cool. So you take my money, right? So how much you take from me altogether? How much you take from me altogether?
33.
Yeah, but you gotta pay me back.
Yeah.
Otherwise I'll come for you, you know. Be like, give me my money. Take the money, that's give me money. But yeah, I wasn't hitting nobody, yeah. I was just trying to take back my money in case I try to insinuate something there, right? I was just trying to take my money, I come back. Right? But what I'm trying to say is you owe me that money. So is it plus 33 or is it minus? Yeah, it's negative. So when you repeatedly take away, it becomes an even bigger negative. The magnitude of the negative number increases. So like if
So
I
it will
take
become
20,
positive, it will if I pay off the whole figure then.
no, it wouldn't become positive. It would just become a
Bigger
even-
negative.
even quote unquote bigger negative number.
Okay.
Watch. You take 28, you take 5. Altogether you take 33.
So this just remain negative, though it will never get positive once you continue taking.
Exactly. Like okay. Alright. What does minus mean? Doesn't minus mean taken away?
Taken away.
See, if you keep on taking away, you're gonna put the magnitude of the negative number is gonna increase. It's gonna get quote unquote bigger. The amount of money you owe will become more. If you know what I mean.
It's for like when you have when you win a credit card, right? Yeah, you pay back your credit card and I see that as they show it on your credit card when you owe them.
Huh? Yeah. So that was that. Here, I don't feel satisfied. I feel like we need to do another question like this, right? I think so. So back to this question. This question wants us to do 5 plus circle 3 plus circle 2. Okay. Again, Carla, what we just say? You see in brackets. What did it say?
Really brackets first.
Brackets first. So we had to work 5 plus circle 3. Do we know what 5 plus circle 3 is? Tell me, do we know what 5? 19, right? Guys, I hope all you see now people on TikTok. In the previous part, we would have calculated that, right? So 5 plus circle 3, that's 19. So in this question, my work brackets first. So this part over here is 19. And so the question boils down to what color? What does the question boil down to?
So 19 circle brackets too.
Not circle bracket. Plus circle.
Okay, plus circle.
I don't know what else to call it. But yeah. Plus circle 2. Aha. So you see in this operator in the middle, the plus circle. Remind me, what does our operator do? What's the operation for that?
Multiply.
Nah, no multiply. Remind me, what was the operation? It was A plus circle B. What was it? If you see something with the plus circle, what does that mean? So all binary operations are actually different. It depends on how they define it. So that plus circle, what is that telling us it does? Any question? What is it defined as?
So to replace. So
so in the question, how did they define A plus circle B?
So they gave us the A square minus 2B.
Right. So that is how that is how the operation is defined. If you see that plus circle, it
It's
means that
replace.
it means that you're going to do a squared minus 2b. That's what it means. A squared minus 2b. And a and b could be any number. So depending on what number it is, you have to replace it. So our question was originally 5 plus circle 3 plus circle 2. You work brackets first. In the last part, we actually found 5 plus circle 3, and that was 19. So the problem boils down to 19 plus circle 2. And you're going to remember that this is the operation. So what should I do to evaluate this or calculate it? Tell Makala you could do it. You could do it. So how am I going to find 19 plus circle 2?
So yeah. Want to say minus. Set a minus. Actually, ito what's yung patong di above.
So talk to me. And you see any same operation, right?
Right, I understand from that part there.
So we see any same operation.
Yeah.
So we had to perform the operation.
So
anytime,
exactly put in the a square minus 2b, sir?
yeah, that's what you had to do, right?
Oh,
Now,
okay.
because that's what the operation telling you. Like anytime you see that you're doing that operation to two numbers, this is the way you had to do with them. You had to square the first number and minus it by 2 times the second number. So when you look at this, do we have a and b?
Yes, we are a and b.
Now we don't have a and b there. What do we have instead of a and b?
19 plus circle 2.
Right. So instead of writing a, what we go write?
19.
And instead of writing b, what would we write?
2.
No. Oh yeah. You're right too, right? Cool. Good. So tell me, what would I write here? If I'm performing the operation,
Square
what
minus
would I
2b.
write?
Yeah.
So I'll write 19 squared minus 2 by. Now, we don't have b over here. We don't have b. What we have instead of b?
2.
We have 2. So instead of writing b, I'll write 2. So you'll work out, plug into your calculator, and you'll get your answer. So that's going to be 19 squared minus 2 by 2. And that'll be 357. And that's the answer. So the binary operations will be different, right? Every question will be different, but the point is, instead of a and b, you'll have numbers. And so you'll just replace that. Replace whatever numbers you have with for the expression. So you substitute and you get your answer. Let me know if you understand.
Yeah. I'll go back to the part for the end there.
Yeah. So let me know if you understand that.
In terms of addition and subtraction, it will be way completely different from how I said it, right?
Say that again?
For addition and subtraction, the rule that they have, that the one that I was explaining, and you see that's the one for multiplication, it will be different for addition and subtraction.
Yeah.
Okay. If you don't mind, you
Right.
can explain it for me, please. Just wanna make sure I don't do talking, no?
Alright, so you were saying a positive by a positive is a positive, that's true. A negative by a negative is a positive, that's true. A negative by a positive is a positive, that's true. A positive by a negative is a what's it? Sorry. A positive by a negative is a negative, right? That's what it was telling me.
Yes, sir. Precisely.
But that is only when you're multiplying. If I have something like minus 2 by minus 5, what that would be? Where's minus 2 by minus 5?
10.
Good. However, if I had minus 2 minus 5. Am I multiplying that?
-2 by -5.
No, I'm not multiplying. You can't say by. It's
Oh,
minus 2
sorry.
minus 5.
-2 minus 5.
Right. Now
Would
you
it not
see,
be-
you can't come and say 10. That don't make sense because you're
Oh,
not
that's not
multiplying.
10. Would it not
You're not
be? Would it not be 7? I was gonna say 6, 7 by 7.
That'll be minus 7. That'll be minus 7.
Yes, -7. Sorry.
So I hope you understand, right? Like if you're multiplying, these rules apply. However, if you're like adding or you're subtracting and there's no
Mhm.
multiplication, that rule doesn't apply.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, sir.
No problem. So Virginia, help me out here. Read past C for me.
Okay. Determine the value of A for which 3, whatever that sign is, A is equal to 5.
Aha. So I give you probably the hardest way this could come. This is the hardest way they could bring binary operations. Okay.
Okay.
But still extremely easy.
Okay.
Before we continue, Virginia, remind me, what does the plus circle operation do?
It defines the operation by A squared minus 2B. Or is
Right.
that some? Okay.
That's it, A squared minus 2B. Now in this instance, what do we have in place of A and B?
We have, for A is 3 and B is A.
Cool. So anywhere that I see A, what am I gonna write instead?
3.
Right, so, and we know that, so okay, we want to calculate 3 plus circle A, right?
Yes.
And so that's going to be, we're gonna replace A with
3. So 3 squared, which is 9.
right? So we're gonna say 3 squared. And then we're gonna say minus 2. And instead of saying B, instead of writing B, right? What are we gonna put?
2A.
I'm gonna put A. Now here's the thing, Virginia. In the question, it told us that 3 plus circle A was equal to what? What
5.
did it? Good. So I'm gonna put this entire thing equal to
5.
right. What's 3 squared?
3 squared is 9.
Alright, that's 9. So 9 minus 2A, and that's
Yeah.
equal to 5. Alright, what to do next?
So minus 2A will be 5 minus 9, which is minus 4.
Right, so we're trying to find for A. So we have to isolate A and move across everything to the other side.
Yes.
So that's
Position.
minus 2A, and if you move across the 9 or you take away 9 on both sides, you're gonna end up with 5 minus 9. And so what is 5 minus 9?
Minus 4.
And we want to find for A, so what would I have to do on both sides?
Just divide by minus 2. So that'll
Correct.
just
We have to divide both sides by minus 2 because I want to find for A.
be, yes.
And so what is minus 4 over minus 2?
A is equal to 2.
A is equal to 2. That's correct.
Okay,
No,
plus bad.
it wasn't bad, right? And this is probably the hardest way they could bring binary operations, if I had to say.
Seriously? Okay, nice.
Now, here what? Let me see how good he is, right? How would I check to see if my answer is correct?
Substitute the value of A into the equation. And it
What?
should be 5.
Wait, it should be 5, right? So let's test that out. So 3 plus circle, instead of saying A, what I will put? Since I know what the value for A is, what would I put? I'll put 2.
Yeah.
And so, what would I write? According to the operation, what would I write?
3 squared minus 2 by 2.
Aha, and Carla, Avisha, Nila, Renisha, like what's supposed to get? Like if it's correct, according to the original question, what's supposed to get? When I work it out. What's supposed to get, guys? I hear much people, but I supposed to get 5, eh? I supposed to get 5. Let's see if that's correct. 3 squared is 9, and 2 by 2 is 4. What's 9 minus 4? Absolute cinema. If we get back 5. Badness. Right, so we get back 5. So we're correct.
Yes.
So Maybe tomorrow I might continue the live, alright? I'm have a live session tomorrow, we'll see. But I'll call all night. And all you could like tell all your friends, your auntie, your uncle, Mad Vibes gonna be live. Right? Yeah, I'm gonna be live tomorrow. So I feel like a long time I didn't do a live, boy. Long time I didn't do a live. I feel like a very long I didn't do a live, boy. Long time. Yeah. My gimbal gonna fall down. Using my gimbal.
Oh wow.
It's like it's a thing on TikTok. Since I can't share my screen on TikTok Studio. Hey, TikTok and me have real beef, you know. I don't know what's going on with TikTok all
It's been beefing since the start of the C6 season. C6 season finished and it's still beefing. I don't know what's going on with it.
It's like it holding my back from creating this. That's what happening.
From being the greatest of all time, beside
Yeah.
God.
Mad Vibes is the GOAT. Yeah.
Yes.
So, quick question.
Talk to me, Nila. Talk to me.
You say you're going live tomorrow, but at what time?
Maybe late night.
Okay, cool. Just making sure because I had to go somewhere tomorrow.
Okay, no problem. If not late in the night, probably like in the morning. What would be more ideal? In the night or in the morning?
In the night, sir.
Night. I have school
Night.
tomorrow.
Alright, no problem. Well, I hope it was a good session. But anyways, I will see you guys tomorrow. And of course, if you're in my Form 4 and Form 5 class, I will see you all just now. Well, if you're in my Form 4 class, I will see you next week. If you're in my Form 5 class, I'll